Jackie Lee Price for Shadowboxruk UK. This guy doesn't really need an introduction. Mr. Tibbs, how you doing?
Lovely, Jackie, thank you, and glad you got some stuff. You come Friday, but we was a little bit off key, and I felt really bad, and I'm glad you come back today. I didn't think you would.
Oh God, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Do you know what? You have got a lovely, young, hungry, dangerous-looking set of fighters in your stable at the minute. Talk to me about them.
Well, yeah, they're all good, well-schooled prospects. Johnny Fisher is a little bit raw, but we're smoothing him out. We're refining him to the best we can, and he's impressing me month by month, week by week. He's impressing me even more, and he's got great ingredients. As in, he's hungry for the sport. He wants to learn, and he's a great athlete to work with. You're
talking about Mr. Fisher. Let's talk about that devastating knockout. Wasn't it in 1 minute and something seconds last month?
Against a Spanish fella at the O2. Yeah, something like that. He's well, listen, he was game, that Spanish man. He was very game, and he was a real man, proper man, come to win, and that's when you're going to see the best of Johnny, when they throw back and got a bit of fight in him.
I want to say animal, but in the best sense of the word. I mean, strong.
Yeah, very strong.
Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. I'm watching him today. He's strong. He can box.
Yeah.
And I think he's one of those people that has come up, and maybe people didn't really think that he was going to do well because he hadn't had much of an amateur career, and then all of a sudden he's really blown onto the scene, and he's impressive.
He is impressive.
He's very impressive.
He's kind of the full package, really, because he's a heavyweight. He can talk. He's very well educated, and
yes,
and he's a very, very good athlete. You know what I mean? And got power and speed, and just needs refinement and refining and experience. And he again's got if he's got the right people around him, which I believe he has, and that can bring him on at the right speed and the right time, he can go a very, very long way, for sure.
And you've got the young John Hedges with you. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of improvements, to be honest with you. He's looking stronger. He's looking more confident as well. I mean, talk to me about the process between when you got him to now.
Yeah, well, when I got him, when I was got the funds up to train him, I was a little bit sceptical at the time, because I had a lot on. I was in Spain on training camps, and but we kept him in the gym on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday until I got back. And when I got back from Spain, I think we put him in sparring. See, when I get young prospects, I normally nurture them a little bit too much. I can't help it. But as you get older and you learn about the process and go through certain things, I just thought to myself, I had Louis Edmondson around, and he was rough and rugged, a bit more of a man. He's probably in his mid-20s, late 20s. And he was he had some fights on at that time, and Billy Joe managed him. I actually had a look at Louis Edmondson when he was 18. And I said, son, go and have some more amateur fights and come back. And anyway, I didn't see him till he entered the gym, when John Hedges joined us. So Billy Joe G'd him up for a spar, and I said, so I looked at Hedges. I thought to see what he was all about, and it was an incredible competitive spar, for sure. You would have paid money to watch it. They wasn't knocking lumps out of each other, but it was back and forth. Yeah. No winners, no losers, but it was interesting. There was boxing, fighting, and with respect. And I was really over the moon with John Hedges. So over the moon. Saunders went to me, let's do that again Friday. And I know Saunders, I've known him a long time, so I knew we got under his skin. So I went, no problem, let's do it, thinking, oh mate, have I done the right thing? But anyway, Friday come, and again, they had a beautiful competitive spar, and from then I knew John Hedges has got what it takes to be a champion. And but he's twice the man. It's only that was probably only a year ago, and he is twice the man than he was then. and he's grown in confidence. We went out to Austria. He had a 4-round bout out there. They called 6 rounds. I went, leave it. Trust me. Look what we just did. Look at our training camp we just did. Look how many rounds we did in sparring. You sure? You sure? You sure? I'm sure. Trust me. His granddad and his father was there, and he trusted me. After they went, I'm glad I've done that. And since then, he's like I say, he's twice the man he was a year ago. So we're moving in the right direction with S-Jam and Matchroom Boxing, and they know what to do with him, and we're all doing our bit, what we've got to do.
You were saying you were feeling a bit sceptical about taking him on. Was that because he was so young, or was it that you weren't sure if he had the goods?
To be fair, what it was, you know, we're all different. We're all got certain maturity about us when we're 18 years old, but going back on myself, looking back, if I knew what I knew now, I would have gave it a couple of more years, stuck in and got some international experience because I was in the England squad, things like that. And so I didn't even see John Hedges fight, his first fight that they was all moaning about. I didn't see it. Heard about it, but I heard about John Hedges coming through and going to turn pro. Heard about him, but I was busy with myself. And then I heard them all moaning about his debut. But when I watched his debut before he come up here, before I got involved with him, I didn't see what the, you know, listen, he's learning. You know, he's learning.
100%.
I didn't see, but, you know, John himself, he's been around boxing all his life. His father was, he's probably the same age as me. He's been around boxing, amateurly wise. I've done professional myself, but so they know what right information they're being fed. So listen, he come to us, and I think he's enjoying the process, and it is a process, and there will come a time, and I don't think it'll be very, very long. Although we're not in a rush, as he is 19 years old. He might be 20 even now. I don't know. But he's today. I said to him today, we're never ever going to question your strength right now. Don't have to question your strength now. We're not in a strongman competition. We're not lifting weights. But you know, there's a level of manly and strengthness you've got to have if you're fighting on the inside, because people want to get on his chest. But he's strong now, and you know, he's not the finished article. No, he's way off the finished article. So it's all about experience right now with John Hedges and all of them young boys I've got. It's all about experience and guiding and balancing out things and when to put them in the oven at times. They need to feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, I think one of the things that people were moaning about was, you know, he has to get some man strength. I mean, obviously he was very tall, he was very lean, he never used to pick up weights. I know that because we've had that conversation before. And just, you know, seeing him today, he has filled out and he's really strong as well. Yeah. And his fitness is way better as well. And I don't mean that in a bad way, just we know that when you pick up weights, you know, he's got, he just looked just really great today, to be fair. Well,
to be fair, Jackie, he's he come in last week because he had a couple of weeks off after his fight. So he come in last week on a day-on, day-off basis, breaking him in till we get a date. And tomorrow, I've got a strength and conditioner I've always worked with, and he works well with me, and we get results. His name's Sonny Cannon, and he's a lovely guy. And for his last fight, I introduced John Hedges to Sonny Cannon on a Tuesday and a Thursday, you know, performance permitted, and obviously not too near the fight date. And it's working wonders right now. And listen, man strength comes with maturity and time can't be rushed. You can't rush nature. You got to work. You know, you got to work. But in that time, we're waiting for it to come. He learns and he grows and he builds in the meantime, and with what you got. But he's excelled. I keep saying to him, we ain't got no one talk about strength to him, because he's as strong as anyone I put him in with, sparring wise, and we're not wrestling, we're not weightlifters, etc. and all of that. So no, he's what he does, John. He knows how to tie him up, wrap him up, and nick them on the inside, shank them on the inside. I hate to use that word, sorry, but rip one on the inside. Excuse my language, yeah. He rips one on the inside and folds them up and turns them. So it's all done like very, very quick. It's all done very, very quick, and you know, and that's what Tyson Fury. I said to him, "You're going to be, if you stick at this game, in the next 6 years, you'll be the new Tyson Fury." And I really believe that, because he's got that boxability about him. He's got a very clever boxing brain, and it's just experience, as I say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just hearing you talk about him then, it seems like you've got a new injection of like excitement into the game. Would I be correct in thinking that?
Well, I do get infused with passion and excitement by prospects that have got these attributes and ingredients, and that's what it's all about. You know, it's a two-way relationship between us and, you know, the fight, or me and the fighter, sort of thing. So I guess that's what it's all about. But and there's a trust. There's a thing called trust, and he trusts me. He trusts me. If I says to him, keep him long, John, stay safe behind that shoulder, get him feet moving, but little adjustments like that, and it's working really, really well. And I think on our last spar of our last camp, he walked back to that corner over there in that red corner, and he went, we had a tough spar, but he's someone we use quite a lot, and he walked back that corner and he went to me, do you want, I don't want to repeat the words, but
I really want to know now.
Basically, he walked back that corner and he went to me, this round's our last round, Mark, I'm going to give it to him from the go.
Yeah.
And he shot me.
Yeah.
And I went, son, I'll let you know when the last minute's there. Give it to him the last minute. I didn't want him to blow his tank, but that's what I needed to hear from him. That's confidence. That's confidence, and that's surety in him. You know what I mean? And that was lovely. That was lovely, and that was lovely. He went to me, Mark, I'm going to give it to him from the next round. I'm going to push him back. And I stood back. He threw me. So I went, tell you what, son, I'll let you know the last minute. I didn't want to push it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I said that, and he went out. I went, last 30 seconds, last minute. He went to work. You know what I mean? But little things like that. So that's what coach and fighter relationship you could only dream of. So that's yeah.
So let's talk about another new little prospect that you're trying to keep hidden, but we've seen him about. Tom Fletcher.
Tom Fletcher.
Quality kid.
He is. Tommy Fletcher. I'm really glad he come into the gym, and he's 6'7", southpaw, big puncher. But he reminds me a little bit of Richard Yakapour.
Yes.
And he's got a little bit. He's a bit more schooled. With all due respect, he's more schooled than Richard Yakapour. He's only 19, Richard's in his 30s, so I don't know what sort of schooling Richard had, really. You know, when I was involved with him, I think he was 27. And 27, 20, something like that, 28.
But he also came into the amateurs quite late.
Yeah. But I know the difference, like Tommy's 19. He's got a bit of schooling. He's been in that GB squad or England squad, and he's got a very, very good sense of timing and distance.
Distance is beautiful.
And but what's phenomenal about him is his power. Incredible power.
The backhand.
Yeah.
I'm not
incredible.
being funny. When I look at him, I think it's great.
Yeah.
But he's going to be one of those people that people think, should I, shouldn't I? I'm not sure if I want to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, Jackie. But what it is, I've done the same sort of thing with him when he come in the gym. When I started to spar him, I noticed that, you know, I got talking about his amateur career, and he knocked most of them out. Yeah,
he did.
So it reminded me of Richard Yakapour. So you feel you've always got that in the tank, and you're going to rely on that, and that's not a good thing. So we've got him boxing to set that big one up, or big two, or big three up. Set them up. So because we want to prepare you and develop you for the championship rounds, and he understands that. He's another one. He understands it, and he's enjoying it, and he's I hate to say this, but he's done a few people in here, and you know he can't help it. He just carries that power.
He does.
But he's a quality prospect to work with. He's got, you know, lovely parents, and him himself carries himself really, really well. But again, he's 19 years old, and it's experience.
This must be, you know, have some of the youngest fighters coming through. It's quite different to what you're used to in the past. I mean, is there a difference between working with these people? Can you mould them when they're younger? Can you mould them more to your style, if you have a style at all?
Well, the thing is, you know, they've all got styles. They've all got styles, and that's their styles they know, yeah. But you know, I don't like to take away that style. I always reassure them, that's you, that is you, but we're going to add new stuff to you, yeah, new stuff to you to work for you with your attributes you've got. So that's my job to do that and implement that, and you know, I hate to say it, I'm pretty good at that.
Go on.
But they have to believe in it. They have to believe in it, you know. And it's always a trial and error thing. But you know, most of the time they don't go back to what they was. You know what I'm saying? And I always reassure them, don't worry, that ain't going nowhere. That is you.
Yeah.
But we got to make you a better version of you.
Yeah.
And that's how I work. That's how I work these young prospects that have got something.